Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractible. This episode, Mandatory Mark tells tales of the Tamias, has havoc on his farm, and clears out all of the colours. Winging It Wade has a killer kitty, wants water witchery, and loves AIT. Brawny Bob has backyard bunnies, marks his matrimonial, then giggles at gallons and McMishaps. From thirsty vids to chundering clowns. Yes! It's time for Red 40 Set Hot. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to Distractible. You made a great choice today. I know I've said that in a lot of the episodes that I've hosted, but it's been a while. And I just wanted to reinforce all the good things that are coming in your life. I'm shooting all my good energy into the radio waves for you.
Are we broadcast on radio?
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking about that.
That'd be cool.
Do you think that there's like a pirate radio for Distractible?
That would mean we're in space.
Ooh.
It'd be fun.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Well, that'd be fun. If you're doing that, we're going to sue you out of existence unless you give us 95% of the revenue you're making.
Oh, 80.
91.
That's fair.
We got to split the remainder 3 ways between us. Wait, no, they get it. Wait. We get 9%.
If our cut could be divisible by 3, that would be ideal.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I'm your host, Markiplier, here to give you the best quality entertainment you've ever asked for or ever not asked for. And I'm joined today by the 2 competitors in today's big game, Bob and Wade.
Hello.
I'm a competitor?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
News to me. Wasn't prepared for that role, but okay. That's fine.
Just because he called you a competitor doesn't mean you stand a chance. Relax.
All right.
I love
And we know who the real winner is in this podcast.
Oh, God. Is it more music? Please, no.
Love the confidence. Love the confidence. If anyone's watching this on video, ignore the stains on my shirt until later.
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
You play your cards right. I'll tell you what my stains are later.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, how are you guys?
Stainless.
We don't know that for sure. How's your underwear?
Yeah, that's a bold claim, considering we'd see about 12% of your overall clothing volume.
Oh, yeah? Do you want to see 17%? How's that?
Someone's not very good at math.
I would love someone please do the math. Yeah, he's 6'4". I really want to see how close he was.
Is nips up 17%? Is that really true?
I got a good feeling that actually was a pretty accurate estimation, but I don't know. It might have gone over.
I don't know if that's actually 17% of me, but I probably did increase by about 5% of what I was showing. Is this actually 12%? That seems low.
Don't question that. That part's assumed.
Oh, okay.
We know that's true because I said it, so don't do anything on that.
I want that guy on TikTok who finds where people are.
Yuval?
Yeah, is that his name?
I think so.
I'm in some random piece of road. He's like, nice try, asshole. This is where I triangulated your position judging by the types of trees in your background. Great voice for it.
There's a lot of guys who do that. The one I'm thinking of only finds the one woman who he's having I don't know if it's real or fake. Have you guys seen this? Yuval and Ayame?
I have, yeah.
No.
That this lady keeps posting herself being like, I'm in this hotel. And then Yuval will just be like, found you. I Googled the paintings on the wall and I looked that you were eating scrambled eggs with salsa and only 2 and now they're like in person hanging out, like taking relationship quizzes and stuff.
It's funny because like I've only seen a couple of them, but they are very, very thirsty videos with them together.
Yeah.
Like incredibly. And I don't know what the situation is, but I mean.
Well, if they're at a hotel, why don't they just get a drink?
Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's great content, very entertaining, good stuff. How are you guys doing? What's new? What's the happy haps? I've had many happy haps, not happy haps, unhappy haps.
James was sick and he was healthy yesterday. Now he's sick again. Apparently this is just how babies are. It's not that bad, but it's nicer when he's not sick.
Yeah.
Outside of that, things are good.
That's good. That's good.
I thought I had a story. I was setting that up to be like, oh, and this thing. I forgot. Oh, no, I told you guys about the sprinkler system. That's not resolved still. It's just a mystery. Everyone I tell that story to, including like people who do work on sprinklers, is like, oh, that sounds sketchy. That's weird. Somebody's lying.
Somebody.
Probably a cover-up. Search your property for dead bodies.
Wade, anything new while Bob thinks about his life a little bit and, rethinks some choices that he's made?
Did I tell you guys that our cat is still a hunter and he tried to bring a chipmunk into the house?
Oh, nice.
Alive or dead chipmunk?
Oh, it was still alive.
Ooh.
Which I think I'm thankful for, but I was on the phone It was like an important call. The dogs were outside doing their business, and the cat came outside with us, which he usually does. And he ran around the back of the house, and I was like, oh boy, well, he'll come back in a few minutes. And I was going to the front door to let the dogs in. I was like, oh, there's the cat. Oh, there's something in his mouth. It's moving. And he ran to the front door, like cutting me off, and just looked up at me like, let me in. I brought dinner. And I had to, while on the phone, try to pry a living chipmunk from my cat's mouth. And it was not a fun time. But chipmunk's okay, I think. At least it's not anywhere close by, so either something else got it or it got away.
Wandered far enough away before it died, so I'm happy.
It's sad though. The chipmunk was, I don't know if chipmunks, they're probably bad to have around your property, but there were two chipmunks just playing in the backyard. It was really cute, and I'm pretty sure one of those is the one he snagged.
I don't think they're bad for you. They just chill.
Oh,
they just hang out.
That reminds me, this is so strange. I was talking to Amy, and there was something out in the yard that we were both looking at, and I was like, oh, it's a chipmunk. And then Amy was like, no, it's a bird, you idiot. And we're looking at it, and it hops out from the bushes. The sun was glaring across, so I couldn't see it. And it's clearly a bird. And I go, no, Amy, it's a chipmunk. It's definitely a chipmunk. And she's laughing at me, and I'm leaning into it. And this bird hops here, and then it hops behind a bush. She's like, the bird's gone. I'm like, no, the chipmunk's gone. And I swear to fuck, immediately after it goes behind a bush, a literal chipmunk pops out from behind the bush. Not joking. I so wish I had it recorded. A fucking chipmunk pops out from the bush and runs towards us, like runs towards the car, like closer to us. So it's clearly a chipmunk. Like, we could not fathom how this magic trick occurred where a bird turned into a chipmunk.
That's so good.
It's from same spot.
Dude, the simulation was in on the gaslighting.
It's the same spot too. It came out from the same spot in the bush. Like, I could see the tiles in the pavement of where it was coming out. Like, it was 3 tiles down. Bird pops out. It's a chipmunk. It's a bird, you idiot. And it pops back. Same fucking spot. A chipmunk pops out and runs out here. It was so great.
Can you imagine if you have one chance in life to just imagine something so hard that it comes true, and that's when you use yours for?
Damn it. Oh, no.
I turned a bird into a chipmunk.
I manifested a bird into a chipmunk.
I was just fantasizing that it was like a wizard or something. Like a wizard was like, oh, I'll disguise myself as a bird. And then they heard you and they're like, oh, fuck, do I look like a fucking chipmunk? What, did I mess up? And they like went in the bush and were like, chipmunk, and then came back out. That man with the deep voice was so sure I was a chip. I don't understand.
You know, I appreciate them. I think it would more just be that wizard was fucking with me. But it's okay. I get it.
I was a Waverly Place kind of wizard.
Yeah. Bob, what's new with you?
Again.
Well, he didn't say anything. I was trying to get back to him.
Oh.
Did I tell you guys we have bunnies living in the backyard?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, because I think you and I talked about it at least, because we do too. Maybe that was just you and me. That might not have been on the show.
No, I got nothing then, and nothing interesting happened. We had an anniversary party this past weekend. Wade was there.
You already talked about that.
I already knew about that one too.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yesterday. We talked about it a bit.
I don't think so.
Well, it was mentioned. I knew that it occurred.
I don't think that was officially mentioned. That was unofficially.
Editors, cut around all that. Nothing happened. My life is boring and sucks. I'm tired, so I can't remember exactly what we've talked about recently.
I don't remember talking about the party, but that was a thing. That was fun. It was a great time.
All right. So I got a mystery. This isn't the episode. This is just a random aside that I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I as you know, I've bought some refurbished computers, right?
Mm-hmm.
From Dell, and I had them running. I was running, a little render farm. I've been doing small scale experiments with these computers as I try to build out what I'm going to do. So I had 5 computers running, and for weeks now they've been running fine. They've been working perfectly. I've actually, done some experimentation with underclocking, or undervolting the graphics cards, yada yada. It doesn't matter. 2 nights ago, or yesterday morning rather, I woke up. All 5 computers that I had running were offline, all 5 of them. And I'm like, well, that's strange. Not one of them. I load up each one of them. I load up the first one and I discover, oh, the boot drive is corrupted. It cannot boot. Can't boot Windows. It does its self-diagnostics. All the hardware is fine. It can't boot Windows. Can't boot at all. It can't even find the boot drive. So I load up the next one. 2 of 5. Same thing. Boot drive corrupted. And here's the thing. I don't know if me even talking about this is painting a big target on my back.
Oh, it definitely is.
But I'm going to keep talking about it because it's just fascinating. All offline at this point. 3rd one, same deal. Same exact problem. Boot drive corrupted. 4th one, boot drive corrupted. 5th one, boot drive is corrupted.
What time was this that you found this?
I don't know what time they all went offline because I couldn't find any logs or anything like that. I didn't have anything robust to set them up. These were just render notes. They didn't have anything on them. They were just running 2 pieces of software, basically, is all they were running. So they were technically connected to the internet. I didn't even have monitors connected to them. So I had, I was remoting into them just to even get there. But I had to I have a little clamshell KVM so I can plug into them and see what's going on. And I'm like, that's super weird. What are the odds that 5 computers in different parts of my house, all running the same software, but also other computers in my house were running this software as well? Only the Dell ones shut down and got corrupted.
Can I posit a theory here?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, do you remember the story we just told, the bird and the chipmunk wizard theory?
Okay.
What did we talk about yesterday on this podcast when we were recording? Talked about Adele and boots.
Go on.
And now your Adeles won't boots.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, put the tinfoil hats on because what day did that issue occur? Oh, yeah, during the Adele Boots Day. Bob gave one hint all day. You know what that hint was? Boots.
Whoa. That imply that this is my fault somehow.
Remember that song, Never Mind, I Will Find a Render Farm Like You? Adele.
All right, so this is very strange, right? So I contact Dell customer service, and I've got a customer service gripe to pick because...
All right.
Clearly, this isn't normal, right?
No, that's pretty weird.
It's very strange. My only guess is that it was some type of malware that somehow got into the computers. And again, these maybe painting a big target on my back. I have no idea. But something got into the computers and corrupted the boot drive. It's very easy to cause these things to become unstable if you delete system 32 or something like that. You can basically render a whole computer by doing that, and it would just cause a bunch of problems. It would not be able to boot anymore. It wouldn't be able to repair itself. I'm not saying doing that would do that, but a lot of things can be done.
That just doesn't have a lot of value to the malicious party other than fucking your shit up, I guess.
Yeah, I have no idea either. So I reach out to Dell customer service, and I knew something was wrong when I was being answered by the Dell social media team, which was a little strange.
Uh-oh.
But I'm hoping that that's Dell's customer service on the social media team. And I go through this all day. I'm like, this is weird, right? Can you help me figure out why this is happening? I was like, okay, let's troubleshoot it. So they run me around for hours and hours doing all these troubleshooting tasks that I keep saying yeah, I've done the basics. I've done your diagnostics. There's nothing wrong with the hardware. And then it goes on and on. They keep leading me on you're going to find out why this happened, right? They're no, let's just do the next step. You're going to find out why this happens, right? Let's just do the next step. You're going to find out why that happens, right? All right, create a thumb drive with a Windows installation on it. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm doing anything to not do this, because if I format that drive, any evidence of what happened on that computer is going to be erased or become much harder to find if I do a fresh install of Windows on it. And I keep asking them and they're like, please just do the next step. We are going through this. This is the process we need to get in. I'm like, okay. And so I reinstall it, do that. And then I tell them okay, I'm in Windows. Now what? And they're like, great. Let us know if there's any problem. Keep an eye on it. Have a good day. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, you sons of bitches. You had no intention of finding out what went wrong with it at all. I was like, just take this computer back and look at there's such a thing as computer forensics. You can look into the hard drive and find out some logs. You can dig in there but they had no desire to do any of that. They were never going to do it. And they strung me along the entire time.
Did you do all 5, or do you have any that are still?
No, I only did one.
Okay.
I only did one because I have all 5 with the same problem, but they would not admit that 5 going offline for the same reason, all independently of each other, wasn't weird, right? And they kept saying it's just a random software corruption. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. The odds of random software corruption occurring across 5 machines at the same time is statistically most likely improbable, or not impossible. Nothing's impossible, but whatever. It seems much more likely that this is some kind of security vulnerability that was exploited or something like that. And it's only these. My other computers are fine. Only these. What's up with that?
It was kind of brilliant. Now they've got you as a complicit party in covering up the evidence. So if you do get a forensics specialist, they're going to see that you covered up one of the 5.
What crime is being?
I don't know, man, but it's pretty bad if Dell's getting you involved in the cover up.
You're right.
And they got the social media team involved, so that way, the moment you try to say anything, they're like, they've already got the posts ready. Markiplier covers up corruption at Dell.
You're right.
Inside job.
That's it. That's the one. That's it. And look, it's like, I know, what can they do? All I wanted was them to just escalate it to the next level of being like, yeah, this is weird enough. Maybe you should look into this. It's probably nothing. It's probably something like, as I was running them, like it was some port was not forwarded correctly in the computers. It allowed someone to get in or a virus to get in. I'm not saying this was like a specific attack. It just seems like this is malware riding across the software for the render farm thing that I was using that allowed like some piece of malware to get in, deleted a system thing, and boop, all the thing go.
Yeah.
It's more likely that that happened, but it's also worth exploring. I can't use these computers if that's possible. That was my point to them, is like, I can't rely on these to do what I need them to do if there is something like that in them. I don't think it's the software I'm using because I'm using it across my other computers, but maybe, again, it might be.
I mean, it might be like a driver compatibility where it's the software and some specific thing in the Dell machines, and they all have it because they're all the same machine or something, but
Yeah, exactly.
no, it's weird to corrupt the boot disk like that. Is like not what would normally happen is they would just blue screen, and then you could get it to post, and maybe it would continue to have an issue. You have to do drivers or reinstall or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not an expert, but as far as I know, that's a much weirder outcome.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not something where it's like whoopsie doodles and then your whole boot drive is just corrupted. That's a different kind of issue.
It's very strange.
You guys are basing too much stuff on facts here. I think Bob's earlier theory about the wizard chipmunk, he's trying to get his revenge because you caught him like practicing his bird, which wasn't perfect. So he was like half chipmunk. And then he fully went chipmunk and he's like, fine, I just won't even be a bird. Fuck this guy.
It is strange.
And then he followed you home as a chipmunk and attacked your computers to get back at you.
I did think, I was almost positive that when I first saw that bird, it was a chipmunk first. That's what I saw in my mind. I might have seen a shape-shifting chipmunk.
I think Bob was originally right.
It's just a glitch in the matrix. Here, let me give you a Wade solution here. Hang on.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Mark, I know how to solve this problem. It's not the Dell computers themselves. What you need is a Costco-sized jug of lighter fluid and then a lighter to light the lighter fluid. And then what you do is you take all of your computers and you set them in a smaller area, small enough where you could draw a circle on the ground around them in lighter fluid. And you want to use like the whole bottle, like as much as you can. You might need multiple bottles. I don't even know. But you basically want all of the wires, all of the networking stuff, all of the computers, all inside this circle. And before you turn them on to do anything, you light the lighter fluid. So you've got a wall of fire around all of your computers.
Those are important to protect you.
I know this about technology. The firewall will keep you safe, Mark.
I've heard of this mythical firewall.
I've got an alternate.
Okay.
Wizards are sometimes like the male equivalent of witches. And we know from even dating back to like the 1940s or even earlier, witches don't like water. So if you pour water on each machine, you'll melt the witch out of them.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. I have a pool. Could I just throw them in the pool?
Yeah.
In theory, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
No, you know what, Mark? You were telling us about how you wanted to do water computers in water, right? You were talking about that.
Yep.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
What you do is, because you said the water needed to be a special kind, it needed to be thick or something. Get a bunch of the leftover thicket that you have from Redacted. Get a bathtub filled with thick water, and then just submerge all the computers in there. That'll melt the witch out and keep it out. Plus, then they'll be real cool because of what you were saying about water cooling.
Yeah. You listened.
Or get a snake big enough to eat a chipmunk or a small bird, because clearly that's the only thing the wizard can turn into. Release a snake into each computer, so that way if the wizard comes back, it's ready to be gobbled up.
That's good defense.
That's great.
If you could find a species of snake that can survive underwater, you could combine some of these solutions.
That's true too.
I-
If you can find a fire that can burn underwater,
Are you jotting these down for later?
Yeah. I'm really keeping track of everything that we're doing today.
I appreciate that.
Well, I really appreciate you guys helping me out, and I appreciate being able to rip about something else.
Someone out there is like, oh my God, Mark is under attack. I need to get him a message. It's totally happening.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to move on to the main topic today. As you may have noticed, my shirt
It's very stylish.
is stained
Is our main topic helping you clean your shirt?
No, it's not. I don't want to clean this. This is more evidence, right?
Thank God.
This is all episodes all about evidence.
I was thinking those look like chipmunk feet patterns.
Yes, I was thinking so too. So essentially, I don't know if you know this, but I have actually not been consuming any type of food coloring intentionally for about 3 or 4 weeks, probably like a month now. I've been abstaining from anything. I've been checking all the ingredients. I've been not doing anything with food coloring in it because I've heard rumors and rumblings. I don't have any actual hard evidence that it's bad for you, but I've heard that maybe it might affect you negatively. I've talked about the spree incident in the Appalachian Mountains, and I need not go into further detail about such spree incident in the Appalachian Mountains.
Sure.
But from that moment on, I have not had any contact with any food coloring until 2 days ago. Coincidentally, this was the same night that the computers went kaput. Weirdly coincidental.
Interesting about that.
They might be related, they might not be. I might have in a red 40 fugue state gone nuts on my computers and not remembered it.
The man hasn't had food coloring in 4 weeks. We don't know how to control him.
Well, the thing was, so I had some Takis, right? Not Takis like original Takis. I had Takis hot nuts, which I can rarely have if Ethan's around, because they're peanut-coated Taki stuff. Either way, I hadn't had red 40 in a while. They have red 40 in them. They also have like yellow 5, maybe yellow 6, I can't remember which one. They're kind of a control group. I was like, okay, I wonder what will happen if I have this. Will I feel anything different? Will I be any weirder? And that night, I had them at about 8 o'clock, and this is just evidence because when I ate them with my left hand and I was playing Elden Ring with my right, so I would like eat the hot nuts and then wipe it on my shirt and keep playing, like real gamer moment. It's not a good look. If anyone's hoping this was a mystery, that's not what was happening. But that night, at about 8 o'clock, I was eating them. I couldn't sleep that night. I was up until 2 a.m. And I've been very, very regular with my sleep, kind of actually sleeping in a little bit, but I don't go to bed late at all. I don't do that. And also, I had to get out of bed because I was ravenously hungry. And I noticed that with the spree incident in the Appalachian Mountains that I was ravenously hungry and I had to get up out of bed. I just kept snacking until it hurt and I had to get up out of bed and I made like 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and I ate them and I was like really uncomfortably full and then I went to bed. And I'm not saying necessarily that red 40 causes you to like binge eat and stay up late. It might have been placebo, but it was such an instantaneous effect that I couldn't possibly ignore how they might be related. Right?
So you're saying red 40 is the inverse of Ozempic?
Yes.
Got it.
Probably. I think we can definitively make statements here such as that.
Science tells us probably.
Mr. Red 40 is going to sue us now.
So what I want to do today is I want to find the food with the most food coloring in it.
Oh, God.
Oh, damn.
Because have you seen the TikToks or the videos that it's like people put as much red 40 products together in one batch? It's horrifying to look at because you get like a red food coloring dyed like spicy pickle.
Ugh.
In like the fun dip things, but it's a huge big brick of red candy into red powder and then they mix the red Kool-Aid in it. It's not good because we had a surprise where we were looking at a bag of Fritos and it's a bag of Fritos that was like nacho dusted Fritos. It had every food coloring in it. We had no idea why. This was not a colorful food. It had red 40, yellow 5, 6, blue lake 1, 2. It had all of them.
Good Lord.
It was like the infinity stones of color and we just didn't know why. So I want to find what is the most red 40'd or most food coloring food out there. How can we get the most of this in our bodies?
I mean, Taki seems like a strong contender.
You'd think that.
The red that those get is concerning.
Yeah.
But your point about the Cheetos is interesting. I
wonder if that's what, when people make Takis dust at home, and it's never quite the same. It doesn't taste quite as good, even though if you follow the ingredients.
Doesn't have enough red 40 in it.
I'm thinking people just don't put as much red 40 as they should. Because really, that's the kicker right there. That's a good stuff.
Well, so that's listed as an ingredient in stuff, but there's no like amounts in the ingredient section, is there?
Oh man, do you have any experience with food coloring foods in your day? Anything that spark joy in your hearts?
Basically all chips. Literally before we started recording, I just showed you guys that I just ate the little crumbs that I had left of a bag of, I think, Chinese Lay's, Italian red meat flavored. It was supposed to be like bolognese flavored chips, I think. They were very Takis red.
Okay.
They had the vibe of enough food coloring that they kind of glowed in the dark.
Then I'll make this episode, here's what it'll be. You can talk about your favorite childhood foods that had a lot of food coloring in them, and then discover how bad they were for you. You can talk about your favorite current foods, how much food coloring is in them. If you find any articles or evidence that talk about Red 40 as if there's actual evidence or any food coloring that's actually bad, I would love to know that. Everything about food coloring is on the table today.
So would this count as are artificial dyes the same term as food coloring?
I believe so, yes.
I assume they are.
Yeah, artificial food coloring, yeah.
Okay. From a very brief search, I found Sunny D Orange Strawberry has 41.5 milligrams of artificial dyes.
41.5
milligrams.
How do I contextualize how much that is? Okay, 41. Where are you finding this? Is there some place that reports how much is in things?
I'm trying to confirm it because this is like I Google searched and then like the AI overview said this and I don't trust that at all. So I'm trying to confirm where they find the numbers. So I was looking at the ingredients list for Sunny D Orange Strawberry and I don't actually see listed on the ingredients. It says it has yellow 6 and red 40. It just I don't see the amounts of that. So I'm trying to figure out how you see the amounts of food coloring in a substance.
That's the thing. It sometimes doesn't have to be reported. Or actually, most of the time, I think it doesn't have to be reported.
This claims it's according to a 2014 Purdue study. So maybe we can find the study. We're going deep.
Okay, go deep. For context, 45 milligrams would be about a pinch. It's equivalent to roughly a little pinch of spice if you were to put that in there. So that's not a terrible amount. Depends on per unit. I don't know if the whole box has that or...
Okay, here you go. I will link this to you, boys.
Okay.
Sorry, you said, how do I contextualize 41.5 milligrams? And I was like, I wonder if AI image generation can help.
Oh,
I found the answer, boys. This is to give you some context of what,
oh, wow.
41.5 milligrams looks like.
That's so...
So just for full context here, I put in, give me an image that contextualizes how much 41.5 milligrams is in a gallon. And why does this say 41 gallons, 1 galgon?
I mean, it's helpful. I like the heaping spoonful of 41.5 milligrams.
The human head-sized spoonful of, maybe it's really lightweight. Also, I love in the bottom left corner, there's like an 8-ounce bottle of water that says gallon on it, but then there's a width across the bottom that says 1 gallon, and the height of it says
41.5, I think. I don't know what it's supposed to be, right? It does look funky, but
Yeah, that's great.
AI never lets you down.
I love this article you got, Wade. It's terrifying because some of the highlights here are General Mills Trix cereal lists yellow 6, blue 1, and red 40 on its ingredients, but no one would have known that Trix had 36.4 milligrams of those chemicals. Fruity Cheerios has 31. Combination of red 40, yellow 6, and blue 1. Of all cereals tested, the one with most artificial dyes was Cap'n Crunch Oops All Berries. with 41. That makes I thought of that because I remembered the Cap'n Crunch. It's pure red, green, blue, like it's pure color.
Well, isn't that what Fruit Loops is?
Fruit Loops?
Isn't Oops All Berries just Fruit Loops, but they're not loops, they're chunks?
No, there's something different about Cap'n Crunch and Fruit Loops. Like Fruit Loops does have like a different flavor profile. I don't know what you would call Cap'n Crunch. I love Cap'n Crunch, but it's clear there's something artificial going on. It ain't right. The way it also like shreds your upper mouth is also not great.
Oh, that's part of the joy of, that's how you get it in your bloodstream directly. Cuts up your mouth a little and then you absorb it.
Oh, here you go. 52.3 milligrams per serving in Kool-Aid Burst Cherry.
Oh,
holy jeez.
That's crazy. Here's the funny thing. When I stopped doing food coloring, I noticed that for the past weeks, I've even been saying it, I've been weirdly tired. I was weirdly tired for the past few weeks, and it's only started to just get better. And then, 2 days ago, I go into my red 40 fugue state. And what happens today? I'm so tired. I slept in till like 8:15. That's not normal for me. That's not normal. Actually, it was like 8:30 before I got out of bed. But
the last few paragraphs of this cover FDA acknowledging that these cause behavioral problems in children, or some children.
They acknowledge that it does?
Apparently, in 2011, the FDA acknowledged that food dyes and other ingredients cause behavioral problems in some children.
Fascinating. And also, to be very clear, we're not scientists.
No.
And we're not making any definitive statement, but we are prepared to make anecdotal connections that have no basis in reality. We reserve the right to do that.
This was a 2014 study by, I think, students at Purdue University. So if you guys want to look this up yourselves, we are just reading what they said in their research. This is just one article. This is just the first thing I found a reference to.
It's actually funny because the confectionery industry has a rather controversial past with food coloring, because before the FDA was established, and back when the FDA actually did things that were good to people, there was a common practice for foods, drugs, and cosmetics available in the US to be artificially colored with agents that were definitely not harmless. More specifically, they contained lead, arsenic, and mercury, and various combinations of them, because man, did they produce some vibrant colors. And back in the day when they were making candy, they wanted vibrant colors above all else, especially for children's candy.
Yeah, well, that makes it fun.
I don't know if anything beats Kool-Aid on this list. I think, oh wait, no, here we go. Hold on. Target mini green cupcake had 55.3 milligrams per serving.
Cupcakes?
Betty Crocker's black decorating cake icing contains 80 milligrams of dye per serving.
Ah.
Okay, that's higher than all of this. Yep, that one's winning so far.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Clinical trials have shown that modest percentages of children are affected by doses up to 35 milligrams of mixtures of synthetic coloring, with a larger percentage generally being affected by doses of 100 milligrams or more. And you know, like, people don't usually just limit themselves to one serving, right? Like, that's the recommended, but who stops at one serving when it's like 3 M&Ms?
Yeah, no. Okay, so yeah, toxic metals were used for food color back in the early 1900s, late 1800s. Lead chromate was dyed for dyeing candy and pickles yellow. Copper sulfate gave a bright green color to canned peas. You know, when you burn copper and it's such a vibrant green.
Oh, it's so pretty, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Coal tar dyes.
Sounds very edible.
Arsenic-laced candy. Oh, yeah. Peppermint lozenges colored with arsenic-laced dyes caused more than 200 people to be poisoned in Bradford, England in the mid-1800s. Red lead in cheese from lead oxide was used to color cheese and enhance its appearance.
What's red cheese?
No, it's because a little red in there makes it a nice orange, you know?
Punches up the yellowy. Okay, sure. Okay.
Yeah, so it led to severe lead poisoning, affecting the nervous system and causing long-term health issues. Good thing we don't have to worry about lead anymore. And then unregulated mixes, you know, they would just go wild with random mixes and stuff like that. But I heard that if you take mercury pills, it's good for your digestion, so yeah.
I believe it.
That sounds like something that Chipmunk would have told you.
Wow.
So what foods do you enjoy? What foods did you enjoy as a child?
I was big into Go-Gurt as a child, which I'm guessing is not great.
Was Go-Gurt mentioned in one of these? It might have been.
I don't know if it was. Oh, yeah, actually, it is right here. General Mills has removed dyes from Trix and Yoplait yogurts. Oh.
This study is 10 years old, so things might have changed following this study.
Do you think it's gotten better?
I mean, if a company got called out for having, you know, all this stuff in there, they might be like, maybe we should tone it down a notch. Maybe they didn't. Maybe one of them did.
I think it got better to the extent that it was either required by law or that they felt like people would shut up about it because it seemed like they had done enough. I don't think it got better to the extent of like they realized, oh, these might have negative health effects. Let's just get rid of all of this and find some other way to color our foods. No, because that costs more money. So you don't want to do that.
Yeah, true. True enough.
I was pretty partial to Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos?
You guys ever eat Dunkaroos?
Oh, I love Dunkaroos.
Yeah, I had them recently. I think, did I tell you guys that here? I had them recently. They had them maybe at Jungle Gyms, but like the cookie was one of the worst cookies I've ever had in my entire life. But man, the icing still slapped.
No, yeah, I mean, that was what you're there for.
I just fingered the icing out and I was like, fuck the cookies, dude.
Oh.
This is maybe more gross, but I also really like those. Remember those packs where it was like crackers and then cheese and then you got a little stick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got a little red stick to spread the cheese on the crackers.
Mm-hmm.
Those smacked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those sticks were great.
I hope you didn't eat the sticks, buddy.
What about like fruit roll-ups or fruit by the foot or gushers? Those have to have a lot of dyes, right?
I would imagine.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Oh, they're swimming in it. But delicious.
Yeah.
But so good.
Oh, super good. Do you guys remember, this is not actually healthy, but it's faux healthy, McSalad shakers?
Mick what?
McDonald's had salads that like it came in like a cup, like a drink cup, and you put like a dome lid on it.
Oh yeah, actually.
And then you would get the salad, you'd open it, put your dressing on,
Yeah.
close it, and then you shake the salad to like disperse the dressing into it.
Yeah, I do remember that actually, now you mention it.
McSalad shakers.
That's such a good idea.
I know, they were fantastic. And I would always just, I would get like a salad that came with like a bunch of cheese and ham and stuff. It's not like it was healthy, but then I would drown it in ranch and shake it up in the backseat of the car, and it was delicious.
Mixed spaghetti? Sorry, there's something else here that's mixed spaghetti.
Yeah, that's also a thing.
Are you looking at the Cracked article?
No, I am not, but I remember mixed
There
spaghetti.
was apparently a McHotdog.
I prefer to be referred to as McWiener.
McStuffins!
I'm sorry, what?
What are McStuffins? Sorry, I'm reading an article by Mac Faber from Cracked. There's a list of 7 items on McDonald's menu that used to exist and don't anymore. And what's funny about the McHotdog, just to go back to that, is it's got what seems to look suspiciously like relish, but it's horrifically yellow. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, McStuffins. They're like McDonald's branded Hot Pockets. They had chicken teriyaki. Oh.
Honestly, that probably doesn't sound too bad. Though McStuffins were likely discontinued because they're a stupid idea. Could also be that the agonizing howl that follows every first bite into a molten Hot Pocket is meant to be unleashed alone in one's home. And they weren't ready for a cacophony that made your average McPlay sound like a baton death march.
I know that that's just how McDonald's named things, but I thought the person writing the article was just really leaning into it. It made the average McDonald's McPlay sound like a McWarzone. The children McWailed and McAgony.
It was a McAfrica, apparently. Is that really the name of it?
It's a sandwich?
Released in Norway in 2002, the McAfrica dropped right alongside a horrific famine in southern Africa, immediately slammed for its insensitive naming. McDonald's kept the product up, name intact for its entire run. Their offer, they'd put up some materials in stores where people could donate to help. The dude who came up with this pita burger clearly had a moment of reckoning with his ideation board. Sadly, the McTsunami, the McButt Cancer, and the Mc100-car highway pileup would have to go.
They're just sitting on the McBig one for the next time a nuclear weapon's detonated.
Oh man, you got the McHula burger, which is just a slice of pineapple in between 2 slices of cheese and on a bun.
Wait, that's not a burger.
It's the hula burger.
But burgers have meat?
Nope. Not this one. It's just a fillet of fish, but with pineapple.
Someone here said when they make McDonald's sweet tea, they put an entire pound of sugar per gallon.
They make what?
The sweet tea.
A pound of sugar?
I'll get AI to give me
Yeah, contextualize that.
an infographic contextualizing a pound of sugar and a gallon of tea.
That explains why their sweet tea has been my coffee for some days.
Oh, man. That's like, yeah, with, who was it that had the charged lemonades?
Oh, yeah, I remember the chart.
Panera, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Panera.
The lemonades that had so much caffeine, but didn't warn people or whatever it was.
And only a couple people died.
All right, contextualize a pound of sugar added to a gallon of tea. Your answer is coming, boys. See, this is what AI is for, guys.
Yeah.
Dumb, useless shit like this is what we need to keep it around for.
I love that it can do text now. It's helped so much.
Do you see the little sugar thing on the side?
What is this bag of foamy piss that he's pouring?
I know. It's like a big measuring cup full of tea. Above it says 1 gallon tea with an arrow, but it says 1 gallon of tea under it.
There's a tea bag stuck to the handle that says sugar.
I like the ghost.
Yeah, the
ghost
ghost.
tea in the back.
The gallon of tea who doesn't get the sugar, who's fading away. And then there's just a big bag, but also it's like a jug because he's got a handle on it and he's pouring it like it's liquid that just says 1 pound of sugar.
Oh man, that's
I like the sugar tea bag. My favorite.
Yeah, the sugar tea bag hanging out of the tea. And then on the right side of the screen, it just says 1 gallon of
of sug of sugar.
Of sugar.
Oh man.
God damn.
I think this is exploring another avenue that maybe food coloring isn't the worst thing possible, but also sugar. But before we get to that, I just want to talk about the McCrab cake.
I'm here for it.
Which is number 1 on this list, and it's just a crab cake on a bun, and I think it's supposed to be some associate of the fillet of fish, but honestly, I feel like it's not nearly as bad as the other things on this menu. So,
I really like this headline. The McDonald's crab cake wasn't delicious, but it was cheap.
that's good to know because nothing there is cheap anymore.
They just don't make snacks like these anymore. Possibly for good reason, what with all the chemicals. But man, do you remember those Doritos 3D mini things where it was like a cup, like a little plastic thing of Doritos, and you could take the lid off and then pour some in the lid? You just don't see it.
What are you talking about?
Search Doritos Minis 3D. It's a whole thing.
3D Doritos Mini. Oh, I vaguely remember this. I don't think I ever got it myself, though.
I didn't get it like a lot because that Doritos was kind of a thing my dad was not interested in getting for us, but occasionally, and man, were those the best.
I never actually ate them. I remember them being a thing. They kind of, some of them look like bugles almost.
Huh.
Yeah, they were very much like closed over bugles with Doritos dust on them.
More mini foods. Tiny itty bitty foods.
Oh, those are the best.
It's mini M&Ms. You were talking about those, Wade. Mini anything is probably just a better form of the food. That or giant.
The mini M&Ms that come in the tube, especially.
Yes.
Are they different?
The tube just changes the whole experience.
Yeah, that's true. Or giant. For some reason, you don't like standard size. They make giant, chewy sweet tarts.
Have you guys seen the giant Cheez-Its?
No.
So it's a Taco Bell thing. They currently have giant, like 4-inch by 4-inch Cheez-It tostadas, and I think it's in a Crunch Wrap or whatever. It's the crunchy part of the...
Oh, yes!
You can just buy the Cheez-It, apparently. You can go and just be like, I want several of your big Cheez-Its, and they'll just sell them to you. For like way too much, like a couple bucks each or something, like way too much. But I want that. I just want a giant cheese. Like I would buy that at the store regularly if you could buy like, here's a pack of 4 giant Cheez-Its. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
They just send those to Taco Bell for because they put them on the thing.
Yeah, marketing departments are always doing these puzzles of like, how can we sell more of this thing?
Make it small
Or make it giant.
It's that simple. You'll sell a whole bunch of them. I don't know why people don't get this.
I would tend to go small. I don't know if you guys remember the giant Hershey Kisses. Like I always used to get a giant Hershey Kiss for like Easter, and sometimes instead of a bunny, I'd get the Hershey Kiss.
Were those hollow or were those just chocolate all the way through?
No, as far as I know, that thing was solid, man. But I would like eat around the entire outside till I had this horrible, just tooth gnawed ball that was left.
Yuck.
And then like I couldn't eat it often enough to where I could actually ever finish one. So after like 4 months after Easter, I'd have this horrible, like this probably ecosystem growing saliva covered, partially melted ball of Hershey.
Ugh.
You weren't licking it the whole time, were you? You were just chomping?
Oh no, dude, I'd bite off a chunk and be like, that's all I need for now. I'll come back later. Next day, one bite.
If only they had knives when we were children. Damn them. Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about, children? This was last year.
It's true. It's true.
I used to be terrible with Halloween candy and Easter candy, dude. Like I didn't want to finish it. I was like, I need to save this. So I would like eat bits and I try to save my favorite parts for the end. But by the time the end was there, it would be like 8 months later and it would all probably be bad.
Why? Enjoy them.
I couldn't. It was just the way I was.
Oh yeah. Man, what if they made some houses, they do full-size candy bars. What if you had the mega-sized candy bar and you only give it to one kid, so you cause them to become hated by their entire friend group, but you just like slam it into their pillowcase. If they hit the ground from the weight, they're just
Dude. No, that would be great. It's a wheel spin. Every kid gets to spin a wheel with like a 1% chance. And you just have the 20-pound chocolate bar. And you're like, each of you gets one spin. Good luck.
Is there also a 1% chance of trick?
What is...
Oh yeah. That's the trap door underneath the wheel spin that they don't know about.
That would be like super illegal, but if you had a front deck that you could do that in, that'd be so funny.
Oh man, that's the greatest prank because you have like a little mannequin, like kid-sized mannequin, and you see a group of kids approaching and you spin the wheel for them and you hear big red lights, but they're at a distance, right? So they're still walking up. Then the trap door opens and this kid mannequin goes shoom, and just you hear screaming and crunching.
Oh man.
I want all the ways to traumatize children in Halloween. I want all of them. I'll give so many points if you guys come up with ideas for how to traumatize children.
All right, next episode. We're going to do a Halloween episode in Check's Notes, July or August, and we're going to try out some of these things. We're taking the wheel to the next level.
Well, you need to prepare.
This is something that's going to take a lot of prep, so.
You need to get ready for it.
Yeah, I kind of have to dig a moat and build a front deck, I guess.
Just a really conspicuous deck in front of your house that goes up, and then down you have like a front gallows entrance. Like, man, that's weird. Like, I just like decks. Just one of you. Also, peanut butter crunch is the superior crunch. I don't want to put that out there.
Okay, what about small skeletons clutching what looks like bags of candy on the kids' walk up to your door?
I don't think that strikes a fear because their tiny brains may not connect.
What you need is skeletons holding mega chocolate bars, but like they died trying to get away with them. And then when they get up there, you could just be like, you may have one fun size, or if you're feeling bold, you can try and take this mega chocolate bar. Just see if anyone goes for it.
And you just fill it with lead like it's a Hershey wrapper on the outside, but it's a solid lead brick.
It's like a Thor's hammer trick where like you pick it up and you're like, all you have to do is pick it up and take it. And then you set it down and it like locks in with electromagnets. Like, just pick it up.
That's funny. I'd like to think you got a catapult on your front porch and then you've got like the legs of your child mannequin sticking out and a giant Hershey bar just like crammed into the ground. So it's like, come on, come closer, children.
Yeah, these are all really good ideas. We should do some of these.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Anyway, back.
Food 40.
Food 40. Red 40.
Hut.
Omaha.
Food 40. Red 20. Red 20. Food 40. Blue 6.
Pretty sure I've said this before, but can we agree, and tell me if I'm crazy, can we agree that food should be colors that look edible, at least normally? I have a real problem with do you guys remember those Easy Squirt ketchups where it was like neon pink?
I do.
And neon green ketchups?
I remember the green.
I do.
Burger King had like purple ketchup for a while. Bad.
Oh, no.
A lot of places, but like Skyline around St. Patty's Day does like the green spaghetti.
No, don't do that. Don't. Green is not even a bad color. Green is a food color. Veggies are green. Green's okay, but it's the kind of green. It's the like neon green, the like, it's that same color when it comes out your body on the other end type of green. Don't. Stop.
Believe in.
No, that was the last episode.
Damn it.
This one is just don't and stop also separately.
Man, the purple ketchup just looks like someone threw up, like a clown threw up on your French fries. That's unpleasant. Ugh.
What if you're a clown on Halloween and you down a bunch of food coloring and then you make yourself throw up in front of the kids and it's all horrible colors?
I don't think that's what clowns do.
But what about Halloween clowns?
I think clowns have a lot of things they can do and might do, and I don't think that's on the list.
But Halloween clown?
You're saying like an evil clown, like not like a professionally trained real clown?
Yeah, evil clown, not like the good clowns.
Oh, that's day 2 of clown college. Is no using clowning for evil.
Yeah, I'm talking about the clown, the wicked clown of the West, not like Glinda the good clown.
Using your clown powers for evil instead of good. Didn't you listen to Clown Uncle Ben? With great power, honk, honk, comes great responsibility.
Is there a clown superhero?
Oh God. Okay, well that's a new thing I have to search for now.
Yeah, same. I need to find my searches are so weird.
If you type it in cloud superheroes, the first thing that comes up, Captain Clown. I don't know if that's real.
Oh God.
Captain Clown. Let's check this Captain Clown. Oh, that doesn't look like a superhero. It's not a superhero.
What?
Is that a robot?
Captain Clown holding bowling pins and a mallet? Is that the one?
Yes, that's the one that came up for me.
That's a DeviantArt creation.
Oh, why do I have memories of Captain Clown? Why do I have very distinct memories of Captain Clown from the Batman show? Oh.
Also, there's apparently a Marvel comic called Slapstick, the Awesome Slapstick, a superhero that was published in America who resembles an animated clown and has the abilities of a slapstick cartoon character, including warping reality to match that of an animated cartoon. There's a cover on the Wikipedia that shows Slapstick with his arm around Ghost Rider.
Image Comics, World of Astro City. There's Jack in the Box, superhero who has a Harlequin jumpsuit with huge pom-pom button.
You all right?
You okay?
You sound like you cut off because you were throwing up or crying or something.
I thought really seriously you were about to throw up.
That was honestly the last part of my thing. I think I just ended it weird. Like that was it. That was the description. You know?
All right, fair enough. Okay. I'll give you a point for weird finish.
Thank you.
All right. The Red 40. What's the conclusion? What have we learned?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably good. Probably just misunderstood. There's no way all of this general evidence could really allow you to conclusion that it's bad for you, right? We should just keep eating it. Lots of it.
Probably. We haven't found any.
I'm dying for more of it.
God, I hope he disconnected and it's not just holding that position right now.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. Thank God your internet came back.
I should have just left the call on that to make you guys think that that was real.
You know what I do find confusing how difficult it is to know for sure if dyes or other things are in food. I get the idea of like food is manufactured in industrial ways and there are going to be things that sound scary. There are things that sound like scary chemicals that are just like stuff that's naturally occurring in food. And that's part of the whole thing about labeling ingredients. But why is it so hard to know for sure which and how much of each of food dyes are in food? Why is that a thing that's not required to be labeled? And is that just an America thing? Like, I know it is generally, but also some, like you said, some stuff, it's not included in the ingredients label or whatever. It's like there's a minimal amount or something. And I don't know, it's just ways, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if people weren't required to do it by regulation, they wouldn't, because it's extra work and that costs money. And it's like, why should we bother? And then, oh, we gotta change our ingredients. Oh, people are gonna know. Pretty much anything that a corporation could get away with, they will try to, because if there's no one stopping them, they will. So yeah, the only reason we don't still have arsenic in our food now is because regulation tried to be like, hey, don't do that. And you know, the companies, they went, oh
Yeah.
fine, but I'm gonna fight you forever on it. Fight you literally forever.
Arsenic's only killed like a few people. The rest are fine.
The meeting starts and the FDA is like, no more arsenic in food, guys. Arsenic kills humans. And the corporations are like, how about 3? 3? 2.5? What's the minimum? The FDA is like, no, 0. You guys don't negotiate very well.
0. Oh, God.
How hard did you find it to avoid food dyes?
Not that hard, but you would be shocked at how much it is there, because it's really the artificial food dyes, you know, the spectrum of colors that are in there. I believe it's like, what are all the colors that are of the food rainbow? We got blue 1, blue 2, citrus red 2, green 3, orange B.
Orange isn't cool enough for numbers.
Red 3, red 40, yellow 5, and yellow 6. And that's them.
Red 3 is apparently even worse than Red 40.
How do you know that?
Everyday health scientific research thing here. It says there was a review done. I'm trying to find the review that states that Red 3 was found to cause cancer in animals. Red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6 have been found to be contaminated with benzodiazepine or other carcinogens. Lisa Rappaport wrote this article in 2023.
Oh, good. Oh, that's great. Well, I'm glad that we talked about this with our expertise. I think we really set a lot of people's minds at ease here today.
I want to do your experiment. It sounds like it would take some work and like I'd have to give up some stuff I probably eat regularly because everything has that stuff in it. But I do think it's interesting that you felt a physical change of some sort.
There definitely was. It might be anecdotal, but for me, I definitely noticed something. There are certain stores that don't stock artificial food dyes. I believe Whole Foods does not have any. They don't sell anything with artificial dyes. I don't know if that's still the case, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of the whole idea. And then there's probably some other stores that do the same thing. So if you want to make these choices at home, you can do so.
I want some trick cereal now, though. Reach my inner kid. This tricks are for kids.
You can still have it. You don't have to stop, man. I don't know if you could stop at this point.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Just seems like him.
That was accusatory.
No, I just wait, you know?
All right, do you want to know what's in these M&Ms?
Yeah.
Small stuff?
Includes blue 1 lake, red 40, yellow 6, yellow 5, blue 1, red 40 lake, yellow 6 lake, yellow 5 lake, blue 2 lake, blue 2.
Hut hike?
I don't know what the lake part is.
What the shit? What does lake mean?
I don't know. Literally the word lake. I don't know.
Does lake mean in food coloring? Lakes are a type of color additive that are made by chemically reacting straight colors with metallic salts and other substances.
Oh, metallic salts. Good.
What?
I gotta avoid any magnets so my innards don't explode later.
Great. Precipitating a dye with an inert binder or mordant, usually a metallic salt. Unlike vermilion, ultramarine, and other pigments made from ground minerals, lake pigments are organic. Manufacturers and suppliers to artists and industry frequently omit the lake designation in the name. Okay.
So hardly any in these at all.
I don't know what that means, but probably fine. You might come across the name Red 40 Lake or Red 40 Aluminum Lake. Anyway, that's it for this episode, this very informative episode on Red 40. We reached a lot of conclusions. We came up with a lot of solutions for tormenting children, which is great. And we now equip you all with the ways to go forward with your daily lives. Bob, you got a point for Firewall, water-cooled witch, mixed salad, the pound of sugar in a bag, and colored ketchup. Wait, you got points for Alvin, rest in peace, Adele plus boots equal death, Article of Doom,
Mini M&Ms,
Food 40, hike, you were the first one to do that, and then Weird Finish, which puts you at 6 to Bob's 5.
What was Alvin?
The chipmunk.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
It's a real low-scoring affair.
Yeah, it was. Red 40 will do better next time.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a lot of informative stuff coming out of Red 40, but them's the breaks. All right, that's it.
I think Wade should lose 2 points for being bald.
No, actually, unfortunately, that's not the case. I can give him 2 points.
I said no, actually he should lose more. Every episode I start with a -5 modifier.
It's a boon. All right, Wade, what's your winner speech?
Thank you for a great episode. I missed a lot of old foods. I guess they weren't great for me, but I turned out great, and I'm sure I will have no health complications at all in the future. And Burger King, bring back those 90s chicken tenders, because right now I'm craving them. That's it.
All right, good speech. Bob?
Food shouldn't be purple. Purple food makes me sad. Unless it came out of the earth being purple, then I guess that's allowed. But I still struggle with it. Purple's my favorite color. It's a good color for a lot of things.
Eggplant.
Yeah, only the skin of eggplant is purple. That's really not representative of most of it. Also, the main way I eat eggplant is coated in breadcrumbs and smothered in marinara, so you could barely tell. Sorry, it hardly even counts. But I want to try to eat less food dye. I don't have good feelings about it. We gave it a bad shake with our non-scientific expertise, but it gives me bad feelings. I want to avoid it. Maybe that'll make me more of a winner in the future.
Okay. Maybe it will. Maybe it will to all of us. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. This has been Distractible. You can find our merch at distractiblestore.com. And you can find us at our various social medias. Thank you. Have a good day. Podcast out.
Woo! Yeah, yeah. Woo!
Woo woo.